What if I told you our true history is hidden in books that are hundreds of years old? If you want the real history of the indigenous tribes of the Americas and the process of colonialism, you have to invest in expensive books, some of which you can't even buy in the US. Exhibit A, A Popular History of the United States from the Aboriginal Times to Present Day, written in 1876. This book cost me $180. Let's take a look. In this book, you can find a map of the United States with the different territories marking the tribes of those areas. Here we have a description of the phenotype of the American Indians. Eyes jet black and sunken, hair black and straight, beard black and scant, skin copper colored and reddish black. Again, I say copper colored and reddish black. I don't have to tell you what color copper is, do I? And we also have a clear timeline of the colonization of the Americas from the 1100s to the 1600s and all the different European factions that worked to subjugate our ancestors. Exhibit B, and this one is a real gem. Diasporas within a diaspora. Jews, crypto-Jews, and the world of maritime empires from 1540 to 1740. This book was over $300 and I had to import it from the United Kingdom. It's written by a Jewish Ivy League professor and he tells the truth of the secret Jewish involvement in the colonization of the Americas. Let's take a look. Western Sephardic Jewry fulfilled a highly distinctive and perhaps unique set of functions throughout the maritime, commercial, and colonial expansion of Europe from 1492 down to the late 18th century. This was especially true in the case of the mid and southern Atlantic, the Caribbean, and in Western Europe's relations with the Islamic North Africa and the Near East. Over large expanses of the globe, Sephardic Jews and the crypto-Jews of Iberian background associated with them contributed conspicuously and in fundamental ways to the growing dominance over international trade, shipping, and finance of the leading commercial centers of the West, and hence also of the six great seaborne empires of the age, the Venetian, Portuguese, Spanish, Dutch, English, and French. Come on, y'all. Spanish, Portuguese, English, Dutch, French. All of the European empires that colonized our ancestral homeland. And guess what? You may have thought that this faction was Dutch or that this faction was Spanish, but secretly among the ranks are crypto-Jews. But let's keep reading. In chapter 12, it says, Gershom Scholem attributed a fundamental role in the shaping of Jewish mysticism and spirituality to the psychological and cultural impact of political and social upheavals affecting the Jews. In particular, he identified the expulsion from Spain in 1492. Come on, y'all. The expulsion from Spain in 1492, that date should have some significance to you. 1492, that's the same year Christopher Columbus set sail for the New World. So you're telling me, coincidentally, the same time that Christopher Columbus is sailing to the Americas is the same time that the Jews are getting kicked out of Spain. And if you know, you know, his name was never Christopher Columbus. That's his angelicized, a British name. His real name was Cristobal Colon, and he was also a Sephardic crypto-Jew. If you want to see a full list of banned, forgotten, and suppressed books about our indigenous heritage, go to nativeblack ancestry.com and check out my curated book list.